Alright, hello everyone. It took me a grand total of 1 day to get mods working again for Cyberpunk. Mostly because Cyber Engine Tweaks was finally updated. So look at this, look, we got no clip back and, back to regularly scheduled programming. Anyway, in today's episode, I thought I'd kick it off with defibbing an old series called What's Inside. Basically a shorter version of exploring unused or undiscoverable or unseeable locations, using the help of NoClip to get an interesting view of something which normally you can't really see up close and personal. Today we're having a look at the Barghest, yeah, Kurt Hansen's little airship, which is just floating above Dogtown. This thing looks really fucking cool, and look, I'm just gonna level with you. There isn't some kind of like crazy hidden stuff inside of this thing, but I think more to be able to admire this big floating piece of shit up close and personal. This thing will just kind of float around Dogtown, sort of similar to the regularly branded one, which is like one of these things you can see in the distance. It's kind of similar, but this is obviously Mr. Kurt's own personal shipping device, and this thing is very, very detailed, even up close and personal. We got some nice physics on the wires, which are kind of just jiggling around. We got what I would assume to be rockets, I'm guessing. So this thing probably in the lore, or in the kind of world building, has some kind of combat capabilities. And I'm not very far into Phantom Liberty, so I don't know if this actually gets used for something. And a lot of these big support beams which hold the cables, not entirely sure what the cables are doing. I'm guessing it's powering the actual barge itself. Not too sure. Even on the back here there's like a little staircase, which I think is pretty cool, and even like a platform which runs around pretty much the entire side of the barge. And look, even here there's a staircase which kind of follows it up, almost as if this maybe is kind of usable. Like maybe there's some kind of mission where you get on here and you start tearing stuff up. I'm not too sure, because I feel like this would be a pretty cool location for a shootout or for any kind of combat. But as I said in the beginning, there's nothing inside of this thing. It's completely hollow. There isn't some kind of crazy interior, really just a big load of set dressing. And to me at least, it looks like it's kind of crashing, like it's slowly falling down to the ground. And to really sum up this video, the one thing you've probably all been waiting for: can you actually stand on this thing? No, it doesn't have any collision, so you will just fall right the way through it. And we can also go onto this walkway and see if there's collision, but again, there's not really going to be anything that lets you use this big barge, which is a bit of a shame. But regardless, it still looks nice, and man, I love the colour scheme of Dogtown. I think it's so cool. The yellow looks absolutely beautiful, and especially when you get like a nice aerial view like this. Holy shit, man, this place is so nice to look at, and I've barely even kind of scratched the surface on what's going on. So expect some more content regarding no clipping, obviously. I hope this was interesting. I know it was a little bit underwhelming maybe, but that's kind of life. That's reality. Sometimes you can't live in a fantasy world. Cheers for watching, guys, and as always, I'll catch you lot in a bit.